Good afternoon. Kind of cold out here today in Ohio. Wind chill factor is minus like 6. So everybody, wherever you are in the country, man, stay warm. Stay out the streets if you can, and make sure your kids, if they go outside, if they got to go to school, they got on the right clothing. Now, I want to jump in on cancel culture. The reason I say the African American community is one of the fakest communities in the world because we always want to go against the grain. We always want to put somebody down in our community when we ain't thinking like them. Now, you got Mr. Ryan Leslie back there. This is an African American dude that's a businessman. A lot of people is not gonna know about this man, how powerful, how smart this man is. He got several degrees from Harvard, and also he got a lot to do with investing and almost in the music industry. So, but if you'd put Big Meech up here, Game Bang Fred up here, Whack 100, people gonna know these because we can identify with the negativity in our community. But when we have positive leaders in our and role models in our community, people don't want to talk about them. That's why I made a video before that it's nothing to be proud of when we're in the African American community. Everything about our community is freaking destruction. Everything about destruction. Then you want to cancel people when you want to have a better life and a better way for their family and network with certain people. Now, you take Mr. Leslie and you take certain people, you put them in our community, want to go to Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, MIT. People in the community are going to look down on these guys. They're not going to be celebrated. But if you take all the guys that gang banging, that hustling, the women that's selling sex, women that strippers, dudes that gang banging, guess what? They're going to be highly celebrated. And they won't get canceled. But when you got a guy like him, a guy like the Oprah Winfrey's, the Beyonce's, we got so much hate in our heart for people that's successful that we would cancel them. Or the situation with a black person being a Republican and a white person, a black person being a Democrat. Now I'm gonna show you how African American mindset is. Now, when Barack Obama was in office, he had 2 elections he won. Majority of the people that put him in office were people outside of African American race. I never heard a Caucasian guy. I never heard a Jewish guy. I never heard an Italian guy or woman, Caucasian. I never heard nobody outside of African American race or community ostracize their people for voting for African American president. Because we know blacks didn't get him in office. Now that you have African American people that voting Republican, we seen that they getting canceled in the community. They talked about bad. They put down. They been belittled. So I don't understand this. But in other communities, they don't do this. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. So why are people so upset when people don't think like them in the African American community? Now, mind you, if I talk bad about the gangs, if I think about bad about hustling, prostitution in our community, people would look down on me. Charleston White, a prime example. When he was talking bad about the things that were happening in our community, he really was trying to uplift us. Now that he's not on that shit no more, he making money, he don't care. We lost a great black institutional leader in our community. Now he filling his bag up. He got tired. We all are getting tired about what's going on in our community. But damn, we don't have no more soldiers that are really willing to stay broke by talking up for black poverty. Because everybody, even the Dr. Umars, the Farrakhan's, all our black nationalists, except for maybe Marcus Garvey and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they died poor. Most people who are speaking up for the black community right now and trying to uplift it, they're going to try to find a way to get some money. No, I never became a Muslim in prison because if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it the right way, and I don't want to feel like I was jumping into a religion because of the bad situation I was in. So that's why I never joined. And then in prison, a lot of time being in Islam and being a Sunni, a Shiite, Nation Islam, a Moabite, to me, it basically on power control and also gang banging. So that's the reason I never became a Muslim. And when we started canceling people for talking up for the new president, which we all should be talking up for, no matter how we feel about him, he's still the president of the United States of America. And also, we shouldn't be canceling brothers like Anton Daniels. Snoop Dogg shouldn't get canceled. Waka Flocka shouldn't get canceled. Nelly shouldn't get canceled. They had the right to believe what they believe. They had the right to make their own votes. We had a constitutional right to our own belief system. If I got to think like you, you got to think like me, the world is not going to revolve, because a lot of black people know it's not hard to be a Muslim in America. A lot of Muslims in America. And people don't have to think like the next person for us to get along, because we all thought alike. Man, we really ain't going to get nowhere. So when you saying you're going to cancel somebody for their belief or their actions, when it's positive and it might help change their family dynamics, something is wrong with you. But you ain't canceling the people in your neighborhood that got you under hostage, got your community under siege. We got a lot of little terrorists running around our community, terrorizing everybody. We got a lot of people in our community unaliving people. We got a lot of people that gang banging that I can't walk on a certain side of town or something might happen to me if I represent a different color, a different set, or a different neighborhood. But we're not turning these people in. We're not ostracizing these people. We're not going against their ideology. We're not canceling these people. We're willing to let these people, these little terrorists, run around our community daily. But if a person say, I want to be a Republican or independent or a conservative outside the Democratic Party, it's something wrong with you. Or if a person don't believe in being a gang banger or a hustler or a prostitute, it's something wrong with you. When are we going to wake up and realize, man, that everything that we glamorize in the African American community is detrimental to us? Our children do not have any world leaders anymore. We cannot continuously let our children go out the world backwards like this. It's something we got to do better to make sure our kids have a better life, a better lifestyle. And I'm sorry that we got to get on here and talk like this, but it's crazy when you don't have enough platforms talking about uplifting our community. I understand talking for your community, talking for your people won't get the like, get the views, but who cares the fuck when you're trying to save people? We don't need no more WAC 100. We don't need no more brick babies. We don't need no more people for extra to general. You know, like I said, I'm glad that these dudes got a platform, but damn, we don't need these guys to keep talking about this drug and gang culture. We don't need no more show like No Jumper that they sitting there selling all this poison to our community. Because the people we looking up to, they still acting like children. Nowhere in the world you supposed to be 35, 40, and 50 and still talking about some street shit when you had children and possible grandchildren. When are we going to change, man? Why we can't start talking about like the Candace Owens? Why we can't have more people that in the African American community follow a beautiful young African queen like her? But the first thing they're going to say, man, F her. Or man, she married to a white dude, so what? She had the right to choose who she wanted to be married to. But damn, they're the ones we should be listening to. Those are the ones we should be following. Because she trying to uplift our sister. She'll go on a platform, tell a woman she should never devalue herself for $1. We got these women out here feeling comfortable to sell sex. You let every man have sex with you just for you get a Gucci bag, a Louis Vuitton bag, a YSL bag, a Chanel bag to get flown out on the trip. You do anything for that. But you don't think that you dealing with all these different guys, they're going to have a lot of different demons in your soul. So when are we going to start saying, man, our sisters are better than that? They should have more value. But we got to teach these young ladies the value. We ain't teaching our young men that they can be queens, prince and princesses, doctors, lawyer, politicians, the next president of the United States of America. We got to start telling them, man, you don't have to sell drugs. You don't have to be a gang banger. You don't have to be an unaliver. You don't have to be a crash dummy for these dudes. You don't have to follow these fake OGs to tell you to do something wrong. Get around the real OGs gonna tell you, hey man, you need to go in the military. You need to go to college. You need to be a doctor or lawyer. You need to be a politician because you like to talk. So use that to your advantage. We don't need them to sit out here trying to make you commit crimes, hurting people. We don't need no more of that, man. And what I see in my black community, man, what hurt me the most, that I can't even be proud about our community no more. Yes, do we have black people that's successful? Yes, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It seems like our whole culture should want to be successful. Then you're going to have somebody come on the platform, well, they're designed to hold us back. Nobody trying to hear that shit no more. You make an excuse for your failure. Because a person who really out here trying to get it, he ain't going to say that. See, I'm out here trying to get it. I would never say the white man holding back. Who held me back is the black man. All my problems came from my own person that looked like me. I never had no problem with the white man. Even when I got indicted by the feds, a black man put me in prison. A black man got me hemmed up. A black man gave me the information on me. A black man came in and testified on me. So how can I be mad at the at the white man? When I came out here, the black man didn't never give me no tools to be successful. I got all my tools to being successful from the white man. So how can I say white supremacy is holding back? That's a damn excuse. You're holding yourself back. Stop making excuses for your fucking failures and find new friends. Because everybody that look like me, those are the ones I'm afraid to go around. The one look opposite of me, I love going around in the environment. I love their bars. I love their culture. I love their communities. I love their lifestyle. I don't like my lifestyle with my people. I'm afraid to go in our communities. I'm terrified to go in our bars and concert venues because I know you get over 50 blacks somewhere, something might dangerous happen. And I know that can happen anywhere in the world, any nationality. But it's more prone to happen with black on black crime in my community. Instead of you saying, me going to my community, I feel safe. I got to go outside my own community to freaking feel safe. I live in the suburbs. Don't hear shooting. Don't see gangbangers on the street corner. Nobody house getting broken in. Nobody getting on the line for car rim. Nobody breaking in garages telling us to steal our cars. If I was in the inner city, I would be afraid to go certain places in my community. I'd be afraid to come outside my house without my hand on that tool. I'd be afraid to have a nice expensive car because I know somebody gonna go in my garage and take it. I'd be afraid to have a nice house because I know they're gonna kick to go in there and rob me and take the stuff out of my house. I'll be afraid to walk around with a nice outfit or some jewelry on because I might get unalive for that jewelry instead of a man going out there working hard just like I did to get it. And this is crazy. This is what we got to go through every day. When I go to California, I don't talk about, man, take me over to the hood. I'm going to Beverly Hills. I'm going to Santa Monica. I'm going to Newport Beach. I'm going to Huntington Beach. I'm going to Santa Barbara. I'm going down the Pacific Coast Highway. You drive through the inner cities, you're still nervous. If you go to the Buckhead, I'm going to go hang out in Buckheads. I'm not going to go hang out in Bankhead. I'm not going to do it. Go to Detroit. I don't go to the east side. I go downtown, Greektown, Detroit. And it's a shame. You go to Chicago. I don't go on the south side. I go to keep my ass downtown. That's a shame that we got to pick and choose where we go because we feel so uncomfortable and we be so afraid because we know we go around our people too long. It's something that might happen violently where I might not make a home to my family. And that's bad. So what we need to do, man, we need to come together as a collective. We need to pray on it. And we got to start trying to uplift our people. And that's all, man. It don't take a lot of effort. It don't take a lot of time. But we start uplifting our people, talking greatness into our people every day and showing greatness. A lot of people will change. And I appreciate everybody coming out. And my other page on TikTok, Accidental Investor 419, because a lot of time we talk about investment. And I'm on here Success Out the Prison on YouTube and also Success Out the Prison on Instagram and Facebook. Peace out, Os.